Please rewind this cassette.
Hey guys, Pat here. I'm going to be reacting a reaction video because I'm a fucking normie like this motherfucker Jeremy Johns over here. To the Rise of the Skywalker special look at D23, that religious gathering that Disney has for all of their followers to come and clap at trailers that they could watch on the internet for half the price or not even close to the price of a ticket to go to D23. God, is it weird? Doesn't it feel like there's no hype for this movie? Like, I was thinking about that yesterday. I think about the hype for Force Awakens, how it was like through the fucking roof. And then I think about even Last Jedi had a lot of hype. Even, well, we thought, well, maybe it'll be good. Rian Johnson's made some good stuff. I still like Brick. Now, we didn't know that was going to end up being an abortion, but at the time, it's like when you first get the girl pregnant, you don't know she's going to kill your baby. We found out later. Then Solo happened and what have you. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. There's like no hype for Star Wars anymore. I'm sure this movie's going to make $1 billion no matter what, because it's Star Wars and it's going to make a lot of money all over the world, and it's guaranteed to make $400 million domestic no matter what. But just a comparison to the recent films, there's no hype for this. It's like the Emperor thing backfired. They thought putting Palpatine in it would just create this like level of hype that maybe a few years ago would have, but I think everybody just feels like it seems desperate and obvious, and it doesn't matter, and we don't care, and it's convoluted and confusing. I could be wrong. It just seems like in general on the internet, there's a lot less hype for this movie than you would expect from Force Awakens. Like, this movie should make over $2 billion, being the final film in the series. But I think in many ways it'll be lucky to perform Last Jedi numbers. I mean, and I could be totally wrong. We'll find out at the end of the year. Maybe it'll be great. I don't know how JJ can fix this at this point, but... So, this trailer is pretty much pointless up until, like, the last 30 fucking seconds. They spend the first minute just, like, looking back on the original trilogy and the prequels. If this will play. Oh, wait a minute. My fucking headphones not? Hold on. The audio is not playing correctly the way it should be. The fuck? Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. For some reason, my headphones aren't working. I don't know why. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, it might actually be... I didn't even think about that. It might actually be the OBS settings. Hold on. Fix it. Okay, audio. Nope, that's right. Then what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Fucking sons of bitches. God damn it. By the way, how often do we have to see the fucking twin sons of Tatooine and Luke Skywalker looking at it? I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I'm overused. It's just an overused image. I'm done with it. I'm done with the whole fucking Luke looking at the twin sons in New Hope thing. It's just like, I've seen it. I watched it my whole life, my childhood and everything. I don't need to see it again. You're not reminding me of anything. I'm not feeling anything. They want this to evoke this emotion, this feeling of nostalgia. I'm supposed to be like, oh my god, look. Luke is looking at the twin suns. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. But I just kind of cringe at it. It seems, once again, it seems desperate. All the marketing for this movie seems desperate. Oh my god. Hey, remember those movies you liked that weren't horrible? That had characters you liked? Look at the emotion here. This feels like the end of a Plinkett review. Like, characters who make us feel something. Stories, it's about emotion. It's about character. Like, it feels like the end. Oh, AT-ATs. Boba. The kiss. I'm your father. Jesus Christ, they're milking this. Holy shit. This is like all the big moments. Wait, what? The Phantom Menace. Oh man, remember the Phantom Menace? Remember little Anakin?
1,000 generations live in you now.
1,000 generations live in you now. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
But this is your fight.
See, I don't feel anything. This is so clinical. Remember that special look they did for Force Awakens where they showed the behind the scenes and how they used all these practical effects? I remember being so excited. Like Simon Pegg was in it, and you know, it's showing how they did BB-8 and all that, and it was like, man, this movie looks great. And then they're showing this stuff, and I'm just like, oh god, bad memories. Like, this is like watching Holocaust footage right now. Like, you could play the Schindler's List theme over this right now, and I think it would be very appropriate. This isn't even that well edited. Look at that pause game, though. She looks fucking retarded. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's that's the most emotion she's given in any of these movies. Jesus Christ. That's like when you realize you've been roofied at the party. Jesus Christ. That was scary. This Christmas, spend time with characters that you don't care about on another desert planet that you don't care about. And here's Chewbacca. There's a dead woman. Come see a dead woman. The story of a generation. You know, I don't like you assuming that the generation... Wait, what generation, too? Is this the generation of, like, the kids who saw Star Wars when it came out, the original? Or is it my generation that saw the prequels? Or is it this current generation? Or is it the generation of the characters in the movie? Yeah, what fucking generation are they talking about? I don't know. Also, yeah, Star Wars wasn't the story of our generation, if that's what you're trying to say. It was Harry Potter, it was Lord of the Rings, Marvel... Star Wars has not been the story of this recent generation, if that was the implication. Oh my god, it's like 1,000 fucking starters. Holy shit, JJ. Quit snorting the coke, my friend. Oh my god. See, this is JJ's problem. He's such a shallow filmmaker. Like, he understands awe and spectacle, and his composition's not so bad. It's a little Michael Bay-ish at points, but you know, he's not a bad filmmaker, technically. He really isn't, and his work on television's fine, but he thinks this is exciting. He doesn't get, like, the AT-ATs is exciting because you never saw it before. Just adding more Star Destroyers doesn't make the moment exciting. It doesn't give the sense of awe just because of excess. This is legitimately quantity over quality. And also, like, how big is the First Order? How did they get so many fucking ships? You know, I'm getting the vibe that at the end of this movie, the First Order's gonna win and kill everybody. Which, at this point, I'm on board for. Kill Rey, kill Poe, kill Finn. Kylo runs the universe at the end. Kylo sits on the Iron Throne of outer space and runs the universe. That's the best possible outcome. Just kill everybody. Just a completely nihilistic ending. And I will be satisfied. Kill BB-8. What the fuck? 3PO! What's happened to you? Why are you so evil now? Sith 3PO. Oh my god, like, what the fuck? Why are his eyes so red? Mr. 3PO, why are your eyes so red? I don't know, this is fucking scary. George Lucas always said that it was the story of 3PO and R2-D2 because of Hidden Fortress, so maybe it ends with 3PO being the god of the universe. Also, are they gonna follow up on the little kids having Jedi powers? Is, like, JJ gonna follow up on that? I don't think he will. I just love this. Like, 3PO had a red arm. Now he doesn't. Now he has red eyes. Red. It's red. Everything's red. Red rum. I don't know what to think of this. Nothing about this is exciting. These images aren't impactful at all. I wish they were. I'm not trying to be cynical. There's just nothing here. It feels lazy. It really does. This all feels very slapped together. I think they could have shown some better footage. Like, are these your big moments? Are these your shots that you're trying to impress me with? I mean, this ain't gonna cut it, guys. This just ain't gonna cut it. So here's the question then: is the story gonna somehow revolve back to the OT? Is it gonna be the Emperor and Luke and balance being brought to the Force, an elimination of what is good and what is evil? I mean, ultimately, if that's where the trilogy was ending up, I don't hate that, from a conceptual standpoint. But it's just the execution of this trilogy, just kind of just doesn't make this work. It is the problem here, is that, like, we don't care about these new characters, we don't care about this universe, nothing makes sense. How did the First Order get so powerful? How did the Resistance just fall apart so easily? Rey being uber powered, and just none of this makes any sense. That's the issue here. I've talked about The Last Jedi enough. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm just going to try to look at this as more of a follow-up to Force Awakens and the return of JJ. But I think he was smoking some J's when he was coming up with this stuff. So yeah, is it just... I'm just confused. I don't get a premise of what the movie is. Like, there's an idea in Force Awakens, this is what it's about. The Luke Skywalker's missing, and here's these new cast of characters trying to find him. And Kylo Ren is clearly a mysterious character. Last Jedi, you're like, okay, Rey is being trained by Luke. The Resistance is running away from the First Order. There's a bit of a premise there, right? This movie, I still don't know what the fuck this movie's about. I know it takes place a year after Last Jedi, but I have no idea what the actual story of this movie is. And you got to think about the troubled production here, that Colin Trevorrow was involved. They had different screenwriters involved. Now it's Chris Terrio, who I know he wrote Argo, but he also wrote Batman v Superman. So who knows? J.J. Abrams is a very weak writer. All this shit, seen it all before. That shot, like, that's straight up just Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams Star Trek bullshit. Like a giant laser beam shoots something in the sky. I've seen it. Seen it! I mean, that's kind of cool. Although, once again, it feels way too like Force Awakens for me. God, I've seen all of this. Nothing's exciting about this. Like legitimately, this is a cool shot, right? Like, the special effects are decent. This is cool. The idea that they're fighting in the elements, that the elements are wrapped around them. And there's that thing with Rey not having seen water very much because she was on Jakku. And then Kylo and her have that Force connection in Last Jedi, and she has the water. He has the water on his hands from the island. There was something kind of poetic about that was nice. It's poetry. It rhymes. But stuff like this should be cool. But we know that Rey can beat Kylo because she beat the shit out of him in Force Awakens, and then she basically was stronger than him in Last Jedi, although it was a little bit more balanced. But essentially it came across like she could kick his ass. So seeing them fight again, what's exciting about this? I didn't want to see them fight again. Like, this is the least interesting thing you could do right now, is have Rey and Kylo have another fight. If she had lost the fight in Force Awakens, and then they didn't fight in Last Jedi, this might be a little exciting, because we don't know what's going to happen. But if Kylo beats Rey here, then okay. He just suddenly got strong enough to beat somebody he should have been able to beat early on. The problem here, essentially, is that Rey has no character at all, and Kylo Ren is a mix of a bunch of different ideas that have been convoluted and don't make sense. His character just changes depending on what the scene requires. But like I said, this looks cool. Like, this is cool, like, from a filmmaking standpoint. J.J. Abrams knows how to make spectacle. Like if this wasn't a Star Wars movie, if this was another movie and I saw a shot like this, I'd be like, hey, cool. But yeah, it's empty. It's very empty. Oh, shit. Let me hit play. God damn it. What is with this? Oh, my God. I just hate Daisy Ridley. I hate her acting. I hate her physical performance. She's like... She's a cringe queen. Here we go.
Yes, it's him.
Yepper. Oh, my God. Darth Vader breathing. I know what that is. Remember? Oh, JJ. Oh, what the fuck? Darth Ray. Darth Ray. Dark Ray. See, this has to be a fantasy sequence, because they said the Knights of the Ren are actually going to be in this movie, even though they've been completely ignored since Force Awakens. I think this is like an alternate history or a fantasy sequence, because JJ did that, and then Rian Johnson completely left that kind of stuff out in Last Jedi, except for the, like, sequence in the cave. I think this is going to be a vision of an alternate reality, because it does, like, right there, that looks fake. That looks photoshopped. It looks like the head on the girl's head at the end of Sleepaway Camp. Angela Baker, like, that doesn't look real. Like, Daisy Ridley looks like her head was photoshopped on a body. That's a horrible shot. It looks horrible. I don't know if it's something with how they lit the scene or if it's intentional, but that doesn't look good. This looks like it's separate from what's going on here. Very odd. Also, that's not how Darth Maul's lightsaber was. His lightsaber, like, just was normal, and then it shot out two beams. She, for some reason, has this double dildo, which, don't get me wrong, if those were two dildos, and by the way, people edit that in, I'd be like, okay, I get it. You know, she wants one for both holes. But then she flips it? Like, what's the point of that? Like, is it that inconvenient to have just a long lightsaber that activates? Why does she have to have the flip? Like, that's the thing, J.J. Abrams just thinks that's cool. He's like, yeah, if she flips it, it's gonna look badass. You know, and it's just kind of lame, because it's like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. He thinks it looks cool, but it's just kind of silly when you break it down. Like, Jesus Christ, I hate the photography here. The background looks like shit, the makeup. This is a very poorly, like, put together shot, I gotta say. Even, like, for J.J. Abrams standards, this is very poor. That's why I think it has to be a dream or a fantasy sequence or something like that, or somebody looking into the future or Rey seeing a vision of what's going to happen. Or JJ's going to actually pull the trigger, Rey goes to the dark side, and the movie ends that way. Or, I mean, you could also say that maybe she's possessed by Palpatine here. Like, this is the Emperor and not Rey. Like, this could even be Rey has to fight this. This could even be like Nega Scott versus Scott Pilgrim. Like, this could be evil Rey versus good Rey. There's all sorts of things. That's the thing. This could be all sorts of things. I don't think Rey's going to go evil, but I do think this somehow might get incorporated into the movie, and I could definitely see it being the Emperor taking over her body, if you will. And maybe that'll be cool. Like, wouldn't it be cool if Rey killed Finn? She just stabbed him. That'd be pretty, although that would, like, piss off SJWs. Like, oh, the white girl kills the black man and she penetrates him with her phallic object. God damn, look how long that beam is. That's a long fucking lightsaber. Also, why didn't Rey use the double lightsaber from the beginning? That would have been cool, because she trained with the staff. I always thought it'd be cool if she had that from the beginning, like blue, but they just went with the generic, like, Luke Skywalker lightsaber instead of giving her her own lightsaber, which would have been more interesting. But now she does have her own lightsaber. It's just too late. Also, it would have been cool if she used a red lightsaber and it wasn't evil. She just used red because she liked it. And that could have played into the whole gray thing. But, yeah, do not like this. Horrible. Who the fuck is rising? Like, who's Skywalker rising? We saw him die. What are they going to try to resurrect Luke Skywalker, but in the process of trying to resurrect Luke Skywalker, do they also accidentally resurrect the Emperor? With those texts that Rey took from Luke's, she has the books and the Millennium Falcon. So are we going to get into some resurrection plot, and then it's going to be Luke and the Emperor? Is Luke going to possess Kylo? So he's literally going to be inside of his nephew. Which, when you think about the disturbing imagery in the 10 and Last Jedi, it's just very dark. Yeah, this is shit. Dislike. 36,000 dislikes. I'm not even disliking because I don't like the series. This was lame. It was just it was a clip show of the old movies, and then a bunch of footage with nothing exciting except for a stinger at the end that just opens up a bunch of questions. The Mandalorian trailer is far superior from Jon Favreau. I'm much more excited about that than this movie. And I'm going to go see this movie. I'll review it. It's going to create a bunch of YouTube content for 6 months to a year. People are still fucking talking about Last Jedi, but Yeah, no hype for this movie. I don't even want to see it out of curiosity. It's not even that. Like, well, maybe it'll just be so terrible it'll be worth seeing. It's completely empty. It's shallow, vapid. Yeah, this doesn't look good. It's unfortunate. This could have been a bounce back from The Last Jedi. Like, maybe if JJ just went back to basics and said, you know what, I'm just gonna make a fun action adventure movie. You know, let's just do that. Let's just have the characters have a good time. Let's have action scenes and comedy, you know, a little bit of drama, maybe actually answer some questions. But instead, nothing I've seen so far makes me excited in the slightest for this movie. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. But tell me what you think in the comic section, in the comment section. And you know, if you like it, that's cool. But why do you think Rey's evil? What's with the double lightsaber? What's with the double dildos? Why does this look like shit? Why does that look fake? Someone explain that to me. This looks horrible. Yeah, and that's it.